Hi guys, welcome to what I believe is episode 14 of Tech Pickups. So in today's episode, I'm going to be showing you just a few things that I got today from two different sellers. So they're all in this bag, so I'm going to take it down and slowly pull out one piece at a time, and let's take a look. So for today's episode, there is definitely a theme. There's two separate types of items, I guess you could say, that I got. One seller was about 40-minute drive from where I live. The reason I was able to find a lot of this stuff with the original seller was I saw them in the corner of my eye in his ads. So we're just going to take a look. This should give you a hint about what kind of things we're going to get out. So beige power cord. Definitely a hint of the age of the stuff. So first things first, everything is quite dirty. These were things that the seller had been using for his business. So what we have here is an extremely dirty French Canadian Apple keyboard. So right there. I mean, physically it's in okay shape. It's just extremely dirty. Not going to be retrobrighting this. I don't think I really need to, quite honestly. Keys feel fine. Power feels fine. And it has the cord as well. So very good first part. So for the next item, this came from the same seller. What these are HyperCard floppies for the 2GS, which I didn't know they had its own type of HyperCard floppies really. So this should give you hints about one of the bigger items that's coming up. These are untested, obviously. I'm not sure if they work. If they don't, no big deal. Just cool to have them in the collection. We also have a floppy disk cleaner. It is sealed. Pick this up. I mean, he threw it in because, you know what, not a lot of people are looking for these, and I don't even know if they still make these. So I wanted to grab this because I figure it's good for my old floppy machines. Continue going. We have some more software here. So we have the Square Quick File 2, so for the Apple II. This, I'm not too sure what this is. So video mix for the Apple IIe version 1.0. I thought it was only one disc, but apparently there's two. So this one's for the Apple IIe, and this is for the 2GS. Okay, and these are a lot of hints about some of the bigger items that are coming up. And next, some more software. So we have Apple presents the 2E an introduction. And also we have a 2E mouse paint drawing program for the 2E 64K2 Plus and 64K2. There we go. So it's all official software from Apple. Next, we're going to go to bigger items now. This came with the original deal, I guess you could say, of what I saw on his ad. We have here an Apple 3.5-inch drive. Unfortunately, it looks like what he gave me is missing a couple of feet. Not the end of the world. And it looks like it has been opened. So I don't know if you can see that. There's definitely screws missing. I'm not that hopeful that this works. If not, it's not the end of the world. I have another one, so great to have. Something I added to the original deal is this. So it is an external floppy drive. External 5.25-inch drive. Has all the feet. Physically looks perfectly fine. It doesn't look like it's been opened up like the last one. It's a bit dirty, but it doesn't, I doubt like he's been using these items for years. Now, these are two things that I thought were super rare. I grabbed these. He was a little confused why I'd want them, but honestly, I like getting Apple collectibles that nobody has. So what they are, sorry for the shine from the light. So Beyond the Basics with Dr. Warner Williams using new features of AppleWorks 3.0. I don't know if you can see that. And it is can see right here, distributed by the National Apple Works User Group in, I believe that's Michigan. Please correct me if I'm wrong. 1989. And then there's also Apple Works Beyond the Basics, word processor tips and techniques from the same people. Never heard of this. Now, Apple definitely did not produce these. Like I said, it comes from the National Apple Works User Group. I'm going to be looking this up. The audio, they are there. I doubt he recorded over them. Very interesting. So I might just play these later. I don't think I'll listen the whole way through. It's not super exciting, but I love these old weird media collectibles. Now, something else I added to the original deal. One of these. This is a duo disc. It is quite heavy to hold up in the air like that. It has all the feet. Even has the sticker on the bottom. Physically, it looks like it's in great shape. It's just extremely heavy. So, there we go. And the last piece that I got from this gentleman, I think he could pretty much tell. This is the biggest piece of them all, from him at least. It is. There we go. An Apple IIgs, the WAS edition. So the limited edition. Some yellowing. Just move it back a little. And it has been upgraded a bit. So if I can get the cover off. There are some cards in here that Apple never made that I'm going to take another shot and just show you what's in there. So here's the 2GS. Now under here, there's a battery. It is non-removable, so I am going to have to cut it, but the battery has not leaked. The inside is quite disgusting. I wouldn't be surprised if it was just left in a basement. So it has a few cards. This one, this is very interesting. So the original CPU seems to be right here. The card is right over here, linked up to where the CPU is, and I'm not sure. I mean, these are cash, I think. So this looks like it's a card just with some cash on it to speed up the computer. Not made by Apple. Over here, just for the connection right over here. There we go. And then there's also, right here, a non-official RAM expansion card. So I'm going to be powering this up later. I'm going to be removing the battery and we'll see just how well it works. I got to admit, I did check it really quickly and power it on, and I heard the little dunk that the 2GS makes. I don't know if you ever heard one, but look one up. They don't have the greatest startup sound to me, but so it sounded like it was working and that there was no problems with any of these cards. So this is everything from the first seller. So everything you see here, I paid a total of 200 Canadian dollars. I'm not entirely sure what that is in American. Original deal was just a 2GS with floppy drive, which is under here for 125. He didn't have pictures of it. Again, I found this deal because he was selling a bunch of floppy drives, and I noticed in the corner of one of the photos, it looked like an Apple II was sitting there. So I asked this gentleman if he had more to sell. He said yes. He offered me the 2GS. I asked for a floppy drive. He threw it in. Came over. He had a ton of stuff, from monitors to keyboards to some software. I mean, there was a lot of it, but I mean, just too much for me to take myself. So added the rest here. He added to the total. We agreed on $200. He's happy. I'm happy. And I gave him a buddy of mine who's actually looking to buy more of this stuff. So they have each other's phone numbers. So this is from the first seller. Now we have one more small pack of items, and that's it for today. The final two items are completely different than the first. So the first, obviously, the theme was Vintage Macs. The last one is just essentially a part of my childhood, we'll call it. What it is vintage VHS. So what we have here is Beavis and Butthead Do America. Where I am, a lot of VHS, everything's in French, so luckily this is in English. So I believe this was the movie from, not sure where the date is. So I'm going to say, oh here, 1997. right there over my thumb. And now another VHS, English, and it's from 1996 MTV. Beavis and Butthead Do Christmas. As different stories or different cartoons from then. So combined, these were $1 a piece, so $2. So I thought, you know what? Why not? I will pick these up. And there you go. So that's everything that I picked up today. I hope you guys enjoyed this little quick pickups video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one.